Go on. Hello and welcome back to the channel. As you'll have seen, we just let the animals back in. Freshly bedded pen. And we did have a feeder in the middle, but we took that out because we bought some Anguses, which puts our total up to 38 now. And so there wasn't enough feed space. So what we've done is we put 2 square bales along here, and then we just spread it around up here. So they've got plenty of feeding space. Obviously, because we took that out, there's now so much space in there for them to run around. So they're just in laps up and down at the minute. First job to do today is we did have blue troughs there, and they're currently there. So the first job to do today is to bolt them or screw them to this wood here. And then we'll have all of our hard feed up here and silage down there. And then after we've done that, we're going to do some hedge trimming. We've got about half a day's work, and then that'll be us done for this year. So we can get that taken off and get it nice and clean. But yeah, cattle are loving life at the minute. Always good to see. Yeah, so also these Anguses that we bought, so there's 20 in total, and there is 12 which is from a pedigree herd, which we bought animals from for the last 2 or 3 years. This might be the 3rd year. So if you look back on the channel, you'll be able to see, you know, what they have been grown into in the past. So yeah, there's 12 of those, and then there's another 8 Anguses, which we bought from market, but we didn't record any of them arrive because it was dark when they arrived, and the lighting in this shed when it's dark on the GoPro isn't amazing. So we thought we'd do it in the next video, which is today. On average, the 2 groups together will probably be around 350 kilos, and they were 11.50, which is a good price, we think, for that age. Oh, they're 9 months old. Yeah, they're nice and quiet, which is good. Anguses, so they'll grow well on the grass that we got. Oh, and they're all heifers as well. And boom, just like that, it's done. So we've got all 4 troughs bolted in. We took some of these off as well, just to reduce the space. And then we brought the metal trough to the end because we didn't have a board that would fit in there and was long enough to reach. So if we put the metal trough there, it can just stand there and it doesn't need to be bolted to anything. So that's why that's there. And then we've put some bale twine around here and some wire around the end so that we could lift this up so that the simmies, as they're a bit taller, they've got enough space. It doesn't look amazing, but it's just a temporary thing because we've only got about a month and a half or so until they get turned out. And then we'll weld everything properly where we want it. But yeah, that's all done. And then we've put a block of wood in here, just there. And that's keeping that up nice and straight. Everyone's happy. So also we've had some new bateman gates come. So here's one of them, 15-foot gate, and that is going to go in the entrance there, in between the trees. But at the minute we need to get a strainer for it, because we got some good strainers for fencing, but we're not sure if they're going to really be good enough to hang a gate on. So we're going to try and get a bigger one for that. But yeah, fed the cattle, done all that. So now you haven't seen a new hedge trimmer before, so we'll also talk you through the hedge trimmer. Okay, so this is our new McConnell hedge trimmer that we went with. It's a McConnell PA555. It's a 5.5 metre reach, and we've got a 4-foot head on it with the VFR power arm on it, which is... So you can get it side by side with where you're driving, so it makes it much easier and quicker to cut.
Yeah, it makes it really useful. You can move the head, like Ryan said, directly next to you in the cab here, so you can basically, instead of breaking your neck all day trying to look out the window, it's just sat next to you, which is brilliant. And you can also move it back, so I'll show you in a minute, but this whole head can go backwards and forwards with this VFR bit on it, there, which is a brilliant extra that we had put it onto it, which is really good. The only thing that we are going to upgrade with this as of now is, if you saw when we went to Lama a few weeks ago, we spoke to them about the hydraulic roller. At the minute, we've got a static roller here, so it doesn't move, it's just fixed there and you have to manually adjust it to change it.
Yeah.
But what you can do is get a hydraulic roller, which what that means is from the cab, there's a lever that you pull and then you can move the roller either up or down. The reason why that's useful is because when you're doing a top cut, what we want, or what the best thing is that we found after using this, is you want the roller right out the way so you can get a really nice finish on the hedge. Not only that, it speeds up the job, so customers aren't paying excess hours if we can do the job quicker. Also saving us diesel because we can do the job quicker.
Yeah.
And it makes the job more enjoyable because you're not just going over the same hedge all day.
And because like at the moment we've got to have it like 50-50, so that it's not too much when you're cutting the top, but then you've still got a little bit of pressure there for when you're doing the sides.
Yeah, so the reason you want a roller, for anyone that hasn't cut hedges, is for when you're doing a verge cut, or when, for like us, when you've got a lot of fences for livestock, what you want the roller there, so when you're doing your verge cut, the flails aren't digging into the floor and you're damaging the flails or digging up the soil or getting stones flicking up onto the machine. And then also when you're in a field, you want the roller there so it's rolling against the fence and the flails aren't destroying your barbed wire or whatever. But then you want your roller out the way for when you're doing a top cut, so you can get a really nice crisp finish, make it look like an absolute square box. That's what you want. So that's what we're going to do. We've spoken to McConnell about it and we're currently in talks at the minute with changing this head.
Yeah,
and getting a brand new one.
It was a decent price on what they said.
It was a decent price.
So,
it was a decent price.
It's not too, and overall, it is quite a big investment, this McConnell hedge trimmer that we've gone with. But we're going to, after 5 or 6 years, with the amount of contracting that we do, we should have paid it off or thereabouts. So
yeah, and it's a good investment. It's a good machine.
Yeah.
So we can cut our own hedges, but not only that, we can do our contracts better because it's a better hedge trimmer, and then we can also look to do more contracts out there. So if anyone's in the south and looking for a contract, let us know because we will be there. And then the other thing we got fitted, which again is good for contracting, is this. This is the McConnell blower. It's an extra, but if I ever bought another hedge trimmer, I'd get it on it. It's basically a blower. So whenever you're cutting, you get twigs, leaves, anything that can make the road look messy or cause cars to get punctures. You don't want that. So there's a lever in the cab, you pull it and it just blows everything off the road.
And it is quite effective, isn't it?
It is effective. It's a powerful machine.
Yeah. Perfect size for the size tractor we have, isn't it?
Yeah. So 5.5 metre reach. You can pull it back from its working width, so you can get a little bit more reach as well. Yeah. It works really well. And
then you've got this here, which it sits in for transport mode as well.
Yeah, it sits there for transport. It's really nice. This is an upgrade from the old McConnell style, so you've got a little frame here instead of just a flat board, which works well. It's a really good machine. We haven't had any issues with it. Like we said, the only thing we can improve is that hydraulic roller, which we're going to look into. So we're inside the cab now, and this is our control box for the hedge trimmer. Now, we used to have a Bomford hedge trimmer which had cables on it, and I also worked in Cambridge on a Spearhead hedge trimmer, and for me personally, having worked on a few hedge trimmers, this is the best control panel I've dealt with whilst hedge cutting. It's brilliant. You've got this here which controls your movement of the head. You can then all of these controls in and out, up and down. This button here is your slew button, so that slews the head round and that slews it back round for transport. This one is your VFR, so it brings your head forwards and backwards next to you. This one does the same as these if you want to use this instead. This is your safety button, so automatic stop quickly. You've then got rotor in gear going forwards, rotor in gear going backwards, and then your stop. This button here does your float, so when you're doing your verge you can float the head so it goes with the contour of the ground. And then this button here next to it does the arm float, so you can put pressure on when you're doing your ground cut as well. And then there's a few other buttons which you don't really need to use, to be fair, but you can program them to do other things. So it works really well.
Yeah, so you just sort of like customise it to make it easier for your personal preference.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that is the new McConnell hedge trimmer, and like you said, we haven't had any faults of it.
Yeah,
nothing. You wouldn't change it at all. So
no, we wouldn't change it.
We would recommend it.
It's worked really well for us. We've done a lot of work with it. A very good machine. We hope you enjoyed looking around it, and we hope you got to understand it a bit more for people who haven't done hedge trimming before. When we do get hedge trimming again, probably in the autumn time now, unless we get a few more contracts last minute, we'll show you a bit more how we use it. I hope you enjoyed looking at our new shed.
And the new cattle as well. So hopefully they'll grow well. But so yeah, make sure that you follow so that you can see them grow. But until next time, goodbye.